Have you ever been LARPing? My name is Justin Burrough, and I'm the host of the JabelzWavelz YouTube channel, and LARP, L-A-R-P, stands for Live Action Roleplay, and basically we all did it as we were kids, and we would pretend to be a character and goof around and throw stuff at each other and smack each other with sticks or Christmas paper wrapping paper tubes, or, toilet paper tubes if you didn't have Christmas wrapping paper at hand. And I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. I really, really enjoyed just getting out there and having fun with my friends, stomping around, kicking up dirt and mud, and wrestling around and playing and coming up with these cool stories or characters and their backstories. It's part of, I'd say since I was little, it's part of one of the reasons I liked writing so much and creating stories and characters. It came from that. It came from, we're going to play a game here, and we're at the playground, and this is the whole setting, and we're gonna make up characters and just goof around now. And after a little while, you kind of lose that. At least I think most people do, just as time goes on and you get older and get more responsibilities and want to do more different things. You don't have as much time to play around as you used to, and it can be kind of disappointing to look back. At least it has been for me. A couple of days ago, I was just like, wow, I was going past one of the schools I used to go to. I was driving past, and I looked at the playground, and I saw the kids playing on it, and I just got such a strong feeling of nostalgia and want to do that again. And I just felt it in my heart. It was so strong. I was like, I just want to be out there and play and not have to worry about X, Y, and Z and everything else because I'm an adult, and that's terrible, and no one should ever be an adult. It's bad. Don't do it. Um, well, so LARPing. I've been LARPing, and the desire of it came from wanting to have that experience again with friends and people that I enjoy playing with. As a kid. As an adult now, I wanted that more, and you get into different fandoms and cultures, and I got really pretty big into D&D actually. I like it a lot. I don't have all of the stuff at all by any means, but I have enough to play through and have a fun situation or play campaign. It's been pretty enjoyable to hang out with some friends that are like-minded and are also creative and want to tell stories and have fun and just goof off sometimes. And D&D is what led me to a leatherworking shop to get props, basically. They have a bunch of weapons and leather and dice for D&D and comic books and all sorts of that kind of world of products. And I wanted to get a cape, a big purple cape, for me to wear as one of my characters, who also wears a big ostentatious purple cape because he's really loud and obnoxious and very, very talky, and I don't know how I could have come up with such a character. It's really not like me to go so far from my comfort zone. But after a bunch of payment plans, and we measured it, and I have this cool purple cape. I'll try and show it to you in another video. Maybe I'll take it out and kind of let it set and wear it and see what you think. But I don't have any undergarments to fit, so I'm just in plain clothes and then in this really, really cool looking royal purple leather cape. So it kind of throws off the whole thing. Maybe if I get a tunic, that'll work better. But it was at that leatherwork store when I would go in to make payments on it or just talk to other customers or my friend who worked there, that we started talking about the LARPing community, which is pretty big, and it's got a very, very strong fan base, and the people who like to go to the Renaissance fairs, especially the really big ones, or just play around. Some of them are organizations and like formal groups that have these events, but also you can just go out to a park and have fun and play. And we decided we would do something like that. So we just got this kind of rudimentary cardboard and tinfoil swords and shields and other gear, and some very, very rudimentary like helmets and chest plates and stuff like that that made of the same kind of cardboard and aluminum foil wrapping paper on it to make it shiny and silver. And we would go out and just be like, okay, we'll capture the flag. We kind of had to think of a thing, so we got a little trophy and put it in the middle of the field, the area, and we would just fight over it. And we'd play around, and if you got hit, you lose your arm. If you got hit in the arm or your leg, and you'd have to fight with one arm or one leg. And if you got a body blow, you were downed. And if you got followed up on, you got killed. And you could respawn after after like 20 seconds. We had like video game rules. You could roll out if you died, and then wait about 20 seconds, and then come back in and play as the next guy. And we'd dive and grab for the, I can't remember what it was, what we used as the trophy to win. It was just, it was small, like, you could fit in one hand, but you wanted to hold it with two, maybe a little bit bigger than one-handed. I still don't remember. I can't think of it. Maybe a grapefruit-sized thing. It could have just been a rock that we found there, or cool-looking whatever. We grab it, and we would, like, dive at it and clash swords and smash each other with our shields and plop each other, and it was such a blast. And every time you get the trophy, everyone would immediately turn. Even if they're fighting, they would immediately turn and go, well, we got to stop him, he's got the thing. And they'd swarm you. And we played like that for maybe 2 hours. We had a couple breaks, obviously, in between, and we scored points and kept them. We didn't really have a big structured kind of thing to like rules, big structured rules, or an overarching theme, or like a plot to a story or anything. And I know there's a lot of LARP communities that are really, really in depth and really dedicated, and work hard on their gear and their equipment and outfits and their how they comport themselves in these spaces. It's really it's just like any other kind of acting that there is. It's just you're playing it out live instead of writing it down. And that there's something cool about that, to be like, well, I can tell this story or write down this story about this thing that happened, or I can get a bunch of my friends together and we can go and throw cardboard and bump into each other and act it out. It's like historical reenactment, just without having to follow the historical rules. Like you could LARP as Civil War soldiers fighting each other without following the rules of what happened in history, and that would be LARPing, and it would still be just as fun. So I suppose what I want to say is go LARPing if it even mildly interests you to go out and play and feel like a kid again, or to have a project that you can hang out with your adult friends and do with, and like set a time and be like, we can just have fun, because there's so much, especially in the world lately. It's just, there's so much stuff going on that makes it hard to be able to get out and to want to get out. It can really fester and just make you not want to go anywhere or do anything. And I've experienced it. I've dealt with problems with depression and anxiety before, and I still do. It never, I don't think it ever really goes away, but it does get better. And it has, and it comes in ebbs and flows. And I think that, at least for me, as a person who sort of, I guess I kind of feed on social energy. I'm somewhat of an extrovert, I suppose. And with that comes the desire to want to hang out with people. And if I'm stuck inside for too long, and this is the same for anyone, if you're just trapped in one place and you can't go anywhere or do anything with anyone you like, or just any person at all, it's really draining and damaging. And it can be pretty bad. And for some people it's worse than others, obviously, but I really try to get out, because if I'm stuck for more than a day, it just start to drain my battery out completely, and I need other people to recharge it, which is some of the reason I'm doing videos like this, is because this counts technically as engagement. I'm talking to you, and I'm putting it out, and I'm telling you stories and hoping to get your reactions. So if the description of being able to play around like a kid again, with whapping each other with cardboard swords, and making these rules that you play by, if that has any interest in you at all, I'd recommend you look up a local LARPing community, or just gather up a couple friends if you can, and try and set something up and have fun. I mean, do anything with your friends if you can. If you have the ability to visit with your friends or go somewhere, even if you are maintaining social distance and wearing masks, you can do fun things with your friends, and it will help your energy if that's the kind of stuff that you enjoy. Do anything. This video is LARPing, but go bowling, have a big party dinner kind of thing, or go for a long car drive with people you like and just talk. There's a lot of options out there, and sometimes we get in our own heads, and I have certainly before, we get in our own heads with trying to just not being able to think of something, or not wanting to go through the effort or the expenditure of coming up with something to do and reaching out to these people, and maybe they won't reply, or it'll take way too long, or they won't be interested, or you won't be able to settle on something, and all those thoughts can kind of circle around in your head and make it so you never even try to do anything new. So I guess what the point is try and do something new. Like commenting on this video and leaving prompts and questions for me to answer in future videos. Try and do something new. Like and subscribe, and let people see my videos and they'll enjoy it. But in all seriousness, trying these new things and reaching out and being with people you care about in any way is so important and so deeply restorative, I think, to most people. So that's this video on LARP. This one's LARP and socialness. And if you decide to watch another video, I'll be there.